lifted up by God. Hello, I'm Malcolm Cox, and thanks for joining me today on the Sunday Sample, episode 52 for Corporate Worship Matters. And today we're talking about how to be lifted up by God. As you lead other people in corporate worship, don't you feel the need to be supported by God? As we lead others toward God, we need to feel that sense of God and know the presence of God with us, that we're supported and helped and strengthened by God so as to be able to lead other people in this corporate worship. I know you need that. I know I need that. How does that happen? Something happened this last Sunday that reminded me of what this is really about. And it's connected with a scripture in 1 Peter chapter 5. So let's read that first. It says in 1 Peter 5 and verse 6, "Humble yourselves, therefore, under God's mighty hand, that he may lift you up in due time. Cast all your anxiety on him because he cares for you." Humble yourself, and then what happens? He will lift you up in due time. And this has a lot of different applications, but I think in terms of us leading corporate worship, don't we need to do this? This is surely the key. To feel supported by God is to adopt a humble attitude about the way we lead worship, how we lead it, and how we approach it, and how we think about ourselves and God, is having that humble attitude. And the humble attitude does not mean we don't think that we're important, but the humble attitude means that we know that we depend upon God. And how do we demonstrate this? How does this show up in our lives? Well, one example came to me this last Sunday. I was preaching as a guest speaker at the Northwest region of the London International Church of Christ. Had a great time there, seeing all my old friends. And one of the people there that's part of the corporate worship team there and leads is Lolu Oshunbiyi. Some of you watching this video will know him well. And Lolu came up to me afterwards and we had a nice catch up about life, and then he asked me the key question, which I wasn't expecting, but it was nice of him to ask, which was simply, do you have any feedback for us with our worship today? I was very humbled myself that he would ask me, and to be truthful, I didn't have a lot to say. I had one thing to say, which I'm going to mention in another video, but I don't want that to cloud the key point here for this recording today, which is just that how much I appreciated the fact that Lolu, who is a very mature Christian, an extremely experienced leader of corporate worship, will still come up to me and ask me for my feedback. What a superb spirit that he has in that way. And I know that even in sharing this, and he may see this, I don't think he'll get proud about that. I don't think that's going to happen, because I do believe that he has the spirit of wanting the worship to meet the needs of the congregation, to help them to connect with God and express themselves to God and with one another. So have you done that recently? And I had to think to myself, when's the last time I asked somebody else, do you have any feedback for me and my worship team? Perhaps a visiting speaker, perhaps just any person in our congregation. What do you think? What would help us to improve, to grow, to more accurately and fully meet the needs as best as you see them? When's the last time you asked somebody, not in your own worship team perhaps, but somebody else, do you have any feedback? Let me give you the challenge, as I give myself the challenge, to do that in the next few days. The next time you get the opportunity. As it says in this passage, if we humble ourselves under God's mighty hand, he will lift you up. Isn't it a wonderful thing to feel that sense of God's support when we lead others? Well, a key part of that is having a humble heart. And a key demonstration of that is asking others for their feedback. Well, I hope that's helpful. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment wherever you see this recording. Leave it down here below publicly so that we can see it, so that we can learn from one another. And we learn best when we learn in community. If you think somebody else could benefit from this recording, please pass the link on. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Let us know what you're thinking. And I do pray that the next time you gather with all your friends, with all the saints, that you will feel, you will know, you will experience that wonderful sense of worshiping the Lord together and singing joyful songs. Because that is what fulfills our heart with the joy that only God can provide. So take care and God bless.